They want to turn us into beautiful, rich, dark, chocolate-looking soil when we pass for the good of the environment. Did you know that there are 6 states already in the United States where it is now legal to turn your dead body into compost? So when your family is ready to plant a garden the following spring, they can actually use your remains to get it off to a great start. I realize that this sounds incredibly twisted, but apparently turning your dead loved ones into dirt is becoming extremely popular and it's being touted as a great way to help the environment. In fact, you can reportedly reduce the size of your carbon footprint by 1 metric ton by choosing human composting, quote unquote, instead of other traditional burial methods. Sadly, many people that will read this article will actually think that this sounds like a great idea, and that is because they simply don't understand the value of human life. On Saturday, New York officially became the 6th U.S. state to make human composting legal. New York has become the 6th state in the United States to legalize natural organic reduction, popularly known as human composting, as a method of burial. Democratic Governor Kathy Hochul signed the legislation on Saturday. Washington was the first state to legalize human composting in 2019, followed by Colorado and Oregon in 2021, and Vermont and California 2022. Unfortunately, it's probably inevitable that most states will eventually legalize this sick practice. Our politicians tend to love any measures that reduce carbon emissions, and we are being told that 1 metric ton of carbon dioxide is saved from the environment when someone chooses the human composting method. Seth Vidal, managing partner of the Natural Funeral in Colorado, tells Yahoo Life, "You do not have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that cremation pollutes or that it's not environmental friendly to be embalmed with a toxic chemical and then put into the ground. Green burials can help change that. For each person who chooses human composting over traditional burial and cremation, 1 metric ton of carbon dioxide is saved from the environment." Anna Swenson, outreach manager for Recompost in Washington, tells Yahoo Life, "That's roughly equivalent to the carbon footprint of a 2,500-mile drive, one person taking a 3,000-mile round-trip flight, or the production of food one American eats in half a year." So exactly how does this process work? Well, they jam a dead body into a reusable vessel and let it rot for several weeks. The process involves the body of the deceased being placed into a reusable vessel, along with plant material such as wood chips, alfalfa, and straw. The organic mix creates a perfect habitat for naturally occurring microbes to do their work quickly and efficiently, breaking down the body in about a month's time. The end result is a cubic yard stack of nutrient-dense soil amendment, the equivalent of about 36 bags of soil that can be used to plant trees or enrich conservation land, forests, and gardens. Doesn't that sound like fun? Once the process is over, your body has been transformed into a very large pile of beautiful, rich, dark, chocolatey-looking soil. Once the composting process is complete, you're left with several hundred pounds of soil, explained Swenson. "You can think of that in terms of 2 to 3 wheelbarrows of soil," says Vidal. He notes that the quality of the soil looks and feels like a super premium garden blend. It's a beautiful, rich, dark, chocolatey-looking soil. It's teeming with life. Many families choose to take the soil home with them once the process is over, and there are no restrictions on how it may be used. Just think about that for a moment. Human bodies are now leftover vegetables, and they are not household waste. But our society relentlessly trains us to think of ourselves as worthless. We're told over and over again that the way we are made is not good enough, and that some people spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to surgically alter their appearance. The controversial transgender influencer who was invited to Biden's White House has posted a video showing off her bruised, scarred face after undergoing facial feminization surgery. Dylan Mulvaney could be seen in a TikTok video posted December 21st with bandages around her head and gauze covering her face. As she told her 9.9 million followers, she was feeling well following the controversial surgery. And as part of the plastic surgery, transgender women get their facial bones sliced off and sanded down to make themselves appear more feminine. Others spend years wallowing in depression because they've been made to feel so worthless, and there are way too many that ultimately choose to end their lives prematurely. Now, no matter how bad things may seem right now, there is always a way to turn things around. I'm a living example of that, so never give up and never forget that your life has value. Your life is not an accident. As I discuss in my brand new book, you were put here for a reason and you have an important job to do. You are not worthless, random collection of cells. There has never been anyone else like you, and there is a destiny set before you that only you can fulfill. So don't listen to those that would like to convince you that you are no more valuable than a bag of dirt. They would love to see all of us turn into piles of compost, but the truth is that they have absolutely no intention of doing such a thing to themselves. It's finally here, Michael's new book entitled End Times, now available in paperback and for Kindle on Amazon. About the author, he says, my name is Michael Schneider. My brand new book entitled End Times is now available on Amazon. In addition to my new book, I've written 6 other books that are available on Amazon, including 7-Year Apocalypse, Lost Prophecies of the Future of America, The Beginning of the End, and Living a Life That Really Matters, commissions earned. When you purchase any of these books, you help to support the work that I'm doing, and one way that you can really help is by sending copies as gifts to family and friends. Time is short, and I need help getting these warnings into the hands of as many people as possible. I have published thousands of articles on the Economic Collapse blog, End of the American Dream, and The Most Important News, and the articles that I publish on those sites are republished on dozens of other prominent websites all over the globe. I always freely and happily allow others to republish my articles on their own websites, but I also ask that they include this about the author section with each article. The material contained in this article is for general information purposes only, and the readers should consult licensed professionals before making any legal, business, financial, or health decisions. I encourage you to follow me on social media, Facebook and Twitter, and any way that you can share these articles with others is definitely a great help. These are such troubled times, and people need hope. John 3:16 tells us about the hope that God has given us through Jesus Christ. For God so loved the world, that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. If you've not already done so, I strongly urge you to invite Jesus Christ to be your Lord and Savior today. This is on End of the American Dream by Michael Schneider. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box